Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. The weekend is over, unfortunately. We got a bunch of great movie news for you today. We got some fun stories. Man, over the weekend it was like just the dam broke and there was just movie news flowing like water. That's a lie. There's not really a whole lot to talk. But, I mean, we do have a few things. We got some new trailers to talk about. We got the box office news. So, I mean, there's enough to hang out and check in for a minute. I'm going to take a sip of my drink here. It's so good, that mug. Such a good mug. I just love my mug. All right, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's go ahead and get into it. Box office news. All right. First story from Variety. Rebecca Rubin writes, box office, Moana 2 scores $52 million in second weekend. A24's Y2K craters with $2 million debut. So again, this is from Variety. Disney's animated adventure Moana 2 remained the de facto choice at the movies, collecting a leading $52 million from 4,200 North American theaters in its second weekend. Ticket sales for the family-friendly sequel declined by 63% from its record-breaking Thanksgiving debut of $139 million over the traditional frame and $225 million during the 5-day holiday stretch. According to Disney, Moana 2 secured the biggest post-Thanksgiving weekend, overtaking the benchmark set by Frozen 2 with $35.2 million. However, the second Frozen opened prior to Thanksgiving and had been in theaters for 3 weekends at that point. Moana 2 has been a huge boon for movie theater owners, considering the Polynesian set sequel was originally commissioned as a TV series. So far, the second Moana has grossed $300 million domestically and $600 million globally. Any minute now, it'll overtake the lifetime gross of its predecessor, 2016's Moana, with $643 million worldwide. Though the original film performed solidly at the box office, the musical Fable, which introduced such catchy songs as How Far I'll Go and You're Welcome, exploded in popularity on Disney Plus and has remained one of the most watched titles on streaming. So Moana 2, still number 1. Not super shocked. I mean, I don't know. I guess, I mean, it did great. And like, you know, it's a good movie. I guess at some point I would have thought maybe Wicked would have come back and taken it over, but, it's fine. Like, I mean, you know, it's great. I'm sure. I mean, Wicked's, you know, what, three weeks in at this point? So yeah, it kind of makes sense. However, this weekend's only major new release, A24's horror comedy Y2K, failed to make a splash against Moana 2 and other Thanksgiving leftovers. The film debuted in 8th place with a disappointing $2.1 million from 2,108 theaters. It's one of the worst starts of the year for a film that opened in more than 2,000 locations. Critics and audiences dismissed the turn of the millennium disaster flick, which earned a dismal C- on CinemaScore and a 44% average on Rotten Tomatoes. Those sentiments don't bode well for word of mouth on Y2K, directed by Saturday Night Live's alum Kyle Mooney and starring Rachel Ziegler of West Side Story and the Hunger Games prequel fame. So actually, we had tickets to go watch this, but were unable to attend. We had a kid's birthday party to go to. So I still want to see it. I know, obviously, you know, it says 44% Rotten Tomatoes, C-. I mean, I guess it's not for everybody. I'm hoping that means that it's still for me, because I think just from the trailer alone, I think it looks goofy and fun. And I'm a big, you know, Y2K kid. So yeah, I'm still planning on checking it out. Let me know if you watched it. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you thought of it and if it was what you was expecting or not. Elsewhere at the box office, Universal's Wicked adaptation remained a draw with $34.85 million from 3,800 theaters in its third weekend on the big screen, down 57% from the Thanksgiving frame. The big-budget musical has generated $320.5 million, standing as 2024's fourth biggest domestic release behind Inside Out 2, which made $652 million, Deadpool and Wolverine, which made $636 million, and Despicable Me 4, which made $361 million. That's a big drop. Wicked has been far more popular in North America compared to international markets, where the film has collected $135 million and boosted its global tally to $455 million. Paramount's Gladiator 2, conversely, has been far bigger overseas when it has been in the United States than it has been in the United States. The long-awaited sequel to Ridley Scott's Oscar-winning 2000 epic Gladiator remained at number 3 with $12.4 million from 3,885 locations. Declining 60% from last weekend, that brings its domestic tally to $132.7 million after 3 weekends of release. The R-rated tentpole, which cost more than $250 million before promotional efforts, has amassed $235 million internationally and $368 million globally. So I actually watched Saturday Night Live hosted by the guy that's in Gladiator 2. Cannot, for the life of me, think of his name. But he was really funny. They did a little bit about Gladiator 2, the musical, that I thought was really funny. He did a really good job in that. There's a couple of like dance moves that he does that it gave me a good chuckle. He was funny. This weekend Saturday Night Live, it was decent. It was decent. If you like that guy, or if you want to know how he does it, like comedy and stuff, he's good. You should check it out. Such a good cup. All right. Let's see here. Indian Telugu. I'm definitely saying that incorrectly. Language action thriller Pushpa: The Rule Part 2 and Paramount's 10th anniversary Interstellar re-release have landed way ahead of fellow newcomer Y2K on domestic box office charts. Pushpa impressively secured the number 5 spot with $5.5 million from 1,200 theaters. Played North American cinemas. In 6th place, Christopher Nolan's sci-fi epic Interstellar earned $4.4 million from just 165 IMAX screens. Dang, that's a lot. My God. In the years since Interstellar was released, many people have asked me when they might have the chance to see it on IMAX screen, Nolan said in a statement. I was thrilled so many moviegoers took advantage of the original IMAX experience of Interstellar this weekend. I watched Interstellar on IMAX, and not this weekend, but when it first came out. Oh my God. So friggin' great. God, I love that movie. I don't know if it's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie, because I still love Inception. I mean, I'd take away the Batman movies. I feel like it's not really fair to compare Batman with the rest of his filmography. Like, I mean, they're all on par, don't get me wrong, they're all fantastically made movies. It's just like, once you add Batman to the mix, then it's like, well, IP versus original, and, it's a whole thing. But man, I love the visuals of Interstellar. I also love the visuals of Inception. I don't know. There's a great mashup trailer between the two of them that was on, I think it was College Humor, where it's called Interception. And there's a football. It's stupid. It's so stupid. But it makes me laugh. And every time I talk about these movies, it makes me laugh. The weekend after Thanksgiving is usually a quiet time for moviegoing, but this year's offering shook off the... Okay, that's a long word. Tryptophan. Oh, that's the stuff, the turkey you get. Put you to sleep. To deliver the biggest post-Turkey Day bounty with approximately $132 million across all films. Prior record was set in 2018 with $120 million in total grosses, led by Ralph Breaks the Internet, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and Creed 2. Though overall North American revenue are lagging behind pre-pandemic times, Moana 2, Wicked, and Gladiator 2 helped to shrink the year-to-date deficit, which is currently 5.3% behind 2023 and 23.4% behind 2019, according to ComScore. The industry has enjoyed quite a remarkable turnaround since mid-June before Inside Out 2 opened, when the year-to-date deficit was over 26%, says senior Comscore analyst Paul. A record-breaking Thanksgiving holiday created a late-year surge at the box office to take us out on a high note. Yeah, well, I guess when you think about it, like last year we had Mario. That was a big release. We had Barbie and Oppenheimer. So yeah, I mean, which I know Disney didn't have as big a year last year as far as their animated stuff, so I'm not super surprised we're only, 5% behind last year? Yeah, and at first when we was talking about these numbers, I was thinking, like, that big drop-off of, 60-some% seems kind of high, just looking at the numbers, but I guess, when you look at all of them have that same drop-off, it's actually not that bad, so... and really, when me and Maggie would do our box office show back in the day, almost every time, unless a movie just was super performing, almost every time, weekend to weekend, there was over 50% of a ticket drops, which is wild when you think about it. Like, that opening weekend really is the biggest numbers you're going to get. Most of the time. Obviously, it could be different. Let me know what you watched in the cinemas, if you checked anything out. Be happy to know what you thought of whatever you watched. Definitely always in the mood for a good recommendation, so let me know in the comments. Alright, next up we got some new trailers that dropped, everybody. So there should not be spoilers in the description of these. If there are any, I will give a spoiler warning, but just in case. So first trailer that dropped is for Star Trek Section 31, which is coming to Paramount Plus. So Star Trek Section 31 premieres on January 24th, exclusively on Paramount Plus. In this new original movie, Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh reprises her Star Trek Discovery role as Emperor Philippa I can't say it, sorry. Who joins a secret division of Starfleet tasked with protecting the United Federation of Planets. She also must face the sins of her past. So if you watch Star Trek Discovery, then obviously you know who this character is. If you have not watched Discovery, this is like season 1 stuff. So, and I mean, there's probably more that happens post. I've only made it through like season 3, maybe like the beginning of season 3. But she's from the Mirror universe where Spock had the goatee, and she comes over here. Well, not over here, but she comes over to the main Star Trek universe, and they want her to help make like a secret organization within, like the Black Ops team, essentially. It's kind of cool. It's cool that they're making an original movie. I thought it was going to be a show. So I mean, the fact that it's a movie, a new Star Trek movie, it's kind of cool. So, next up we got The Gorge, which is coming to Apple TV Plus. Says the world's most dangerous secret lies between them. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy star in The Gorge, premiering February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. The description is as follows. Two highly trained operatives, Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy, are appointed to posts in guard towers on opposite sides of a vast and highly classified gorge, protecting the world from an undisclosed mysterious evil that lurks within. They bond from a distance while trying to stay vigilant in defending against an unseen enemy. When the cataclysmic threat to humanity is revealed to them, they must work together in a test of both their physical and mental strength to keep the secret in the gorge before it's too late. That actually sounds really good. Unfortunately, I haven't got a chance to actually watch this trailer yet. I've got it on my watch later, but it sounds great, honestly. I'm sure, well, I won't say I'm sure, but I would suspect that it's not what I would like for it to be, which would be related to Cloverfield, because I'm just that guy. But I mean, either way, it sounds cool. It's probably, zombies or, aliens or something. Aliens. Anyway, sounds good. Speaking of Apple TV Plus, so there is a slot slight spoiler in the description of season 2. So I'll tell you when we get into that, but just so you're aware. So Severance season 2 official trailer says, hope this trailer finds you well. Severance season 2 premieres January 17th on Apple TV Plus. Cannot freaking wait. In Severance, Adam Scott, leads a team at Lemon Industries whose employees have undergone a severance procedure which surgically divides their memories between their work and personal lives. This daring experiment in work-life balance is called into question as Mark finds himself at the center of an unraveling mystery that will force him to confront the true nature of his work and of himself. This is where the spoiler for season 1 comes in. It's a slight spoiler. In season 2, Mark and his friends learn the dire consequences of trifling with the severance barrier, leading them further down a path of woe. So it's a slight spoiler. If you watched it, you know. And I cannot recommend this enough. It comes out January 17th. Here's what you do. All right, if you don't have Apple TV Plus, you wait till... you can wait till January 17th, but we'll say January 15th. You get 30-day free trial if they have that. I think they have a 30-day free trial. You get that. You watch all of Severance. I think it's maybe 6 episodes, maybe 8. I'm not sure. It's shorter. You watch all of the first season. Then when the second season drops, you watch all of that. You keep it until Valentine's Day, and you watch the Miles Teller movie. And then you cancel the subscription, and you never paid for anything. And in that meantime, you can also watch Ted Lasso. You know. Also, Invasion. Is that what it's called? Invasion? There's a sci-fi show on there about aliens. It's also really good. So, Apple TV Plus, not like the greatest streaming platform of all time, but like when their stuff hits, it really hits. But they just don't have like a ton of stuff on there. So, I've heard people describe it as like HBO from back in the day, where it's just a very curated, high quality selection of shows. And honestly, I mean, it kind of fits, to be totally honest. I've also wanted to watch, there was another one, Shrinking, I wanted to check out, and Silo. I've heard really good things about Silo, which I know nothing about. So, all right, last story we got is Doctor Who. So the new Christmas trailer, or the new Doctor Who Christmas special, released a trailer. So this is called The Doctor Brings Joy to the Worlds. The eagerly awaited Doctor Who Christmas special, Joy to the World, premieres December 25th. When Joy checks into a London hotel in 2024, she opens a secret doorway to the Time Hotel, discovering danger, dinosaurs, and the Doctor. But a deadly plan is unfolding across the Earth just in time for Christmas. The Doctor Who Christmas special begins streaming December 25th on Disney+. Watch the trailer for this. I have not got caught up on Doctor Who. Me and Maggie watched, we watched all of the specials with David Tennant. And then I think we watched maybe the first 3, maybe 4 episodes with the new Doctor. Really enjoyed him. It's just hard to keep up with. We suck at weekly releases. Like we always lose track of them. It's the same reason why we haven't watched The Penguin yet. Yeah, I still haven't watched that. But yeah, it looks really good. I'm a big fan. of it. I think he's a great Doctor, honestly. Well, let me know what you think. If you've seen any of these trailers, or if you watch them, come back. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the trailers. Are there any that you're like, hey, actually, I'm pretty sold on that now? Or are there any that you're like, this is hot trash. I don't want it. Don't want it at all. I mean, maybe don't call it hot trash. And you can, I guess. As long as everybody's respectful. Like, if you say it's hot trash, somebody else is like, oh, well, I actually like it. Then, then be like, oh, okay, hey, it's cool that you can like something. It's cool. That's what we're about here. And hopefully awesome. Just positive, nerdy fun, It's our tagline. Everybody, it's Monday. And I am dead. I am so tired. I'm so tired. And the day's just starting. So, if you can't tell, a little low energy. But don't worry. Tonight, we're going to be playing some Power Rangers Dino Fury. Yeah, Dino Fury. For the Game Boy Advance. So come back and hang out with us tonight live. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. I'm sure we got some new releases coming out, so we'll definitely get caught up on all that. Hopefully some news stories to talk about. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you all have a wonderful day today. I hope you get all the amount of work done that you're trying to get done. And I hope you have pleasant time of just existing in this big, blue, beautiful world. Oh my God. All right, everybody. That's going to wrap it up for me. Thanks for watching. And as always, have a hopefully awesome day. Goodbye.